Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. The opener in conference play for both of these teams. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Tar Heels will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense will have the ball first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
He makes a catch.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Makes the catch. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running inside. It's Haynes. Tackled there by the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough of it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
Well, the running back really lucky. He jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The run inside. It's Haynes. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. The Tar Heels offense will now get its first chance with the football. And we take a look at this junior transfer running back. They'll be matched up today with one of the top linebackers in all of college football. Sammy Brown is a tackling machine, a one-man wrecking crew. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6. And the Tar Heels headed quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. They'll field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, and they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, 3rd down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete to the left. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Running inside, it's Haynes. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
To the air on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. Across the 25. Snags it, and there's running room. And he cruises his way into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The run inside. It's Jackson. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
To the air, it's Edwards. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after their catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing first and goal. Sends it back in motion. Flips it out to the back. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out and you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Could not make his way to the corner. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Haynes. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Working that left side now. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Running inside, it's Haynes. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to set up the screen. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. On the move at the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Dropping back, it's Edwards. Fires to the right. Got him in the open. Nice move, creates some space. He's loose on the right. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. Fires to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, you wonder if that was the right read by the quarterback on that RPO. Maybe he should have just handed that off because there was nobody open downfield to throw to.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Hold and fire complete. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Really nice job by this defense. 1st down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the 1st down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Now he's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Brown. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Clemson is quick to the line. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Plows through the defense. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Makes the grab. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Back to pass, it's Edwards.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Third down play from the gun. Zings it complete to the right. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
To the air on second down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Clemson calls its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
High the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete on the right side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Clemson jumps to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Finds a man by himself. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Edwards. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell.
Makes a grab and room to run. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Looking to throw on first down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
North Carolina will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Wants to throw it again. Fakes to grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Washington State Cougars taking on the number 14 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's the Cougars with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course, so how they handle things from here will define this program. And now back to your game in Death Valley. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Catching up with North Carolina's head coach coming out of the locker room. His biggest concern right now is how they are handling this very hostile environment. It was tough in the first quarter, and this crowd is making it even more difficult. They are loud. They are crazy. And his communication said they have to improve at the line of scrimmage, making sure they're getting into their run game, their RPOs, and being strong with all their communication. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Tar Heels in the hurry-up. Might as well stick with it. And this one's not going to work out either. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's fourth down. Before they snap it on fourth down, we have a timeout call. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Let's go down to the sideline and holler.
Here on the Tigers sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The play action fake. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the RPO, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Through the air, it's Edwards. Plucks it out of the air. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups.
Here's a little room there. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw it for you.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MK if they can stop them on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
When you're in plus territory on 4th and 1, I don't think the quarterback was ever thinking about coming off the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if the QB convinced the coach to go ahead and do it from the way it looked.
100%. That's coach. We got this. Absolutely. We want more points. We got to go for it. I believe in my guys. The players always trying to go for it.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The run inside. It's Jackson.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Got his man out of the backfield. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Unloads quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, North Carolina! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete downfield. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. And he's going to have to drive this ball into the teeth of the wind. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. He leaves it with his back. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Makes the grab, it's Jackson. Finding some room. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. And the Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Running inside, it's Jackson.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover. Pick up the first. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. He wants to throw it. Right on the money.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
The Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. Complete. Trying to rumble in. Touchdown, UNC! And that one will give them the lead.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to Johnson. There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So 1st down will open up the final period. This time he wants to throw. The screen, he can go. Tripped up for the tackle.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They'll run the screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Clemson will send the punt team out. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Shoots it to the left. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. Punt is in the air. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Haynes. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, then you're going to have time to throw. Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one. And all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around. And now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Now the play fake. Going for it all. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
The Tigers spin their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They'll ride the hot hand. Could be an alley. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Rides to back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Takes the easy one to the back. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Well, if you're a fan watching this offense, you have got to love what you're seeing from your new quarterback. They knew going to the portal was going to be a major, major deal for them coming into this season. They found a really good one. Already over 300 yards passing in this game. And guys, if he can keep this up, if he can stay consistent, this offense goes to the next level, and who knows what they're capable of come end of season.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.